Yeah, so being honest with yourself and you leads to more acceptance, and then you kind of start to know yourself better, and then what you want to be, like that story that you tell yourself of like always painting yourself in the good light for every situation, it could probably start to happen in reality, and you won't have to lie about it, and you'll actually have the life that you imagine, or like that you'll have the life that you tell people you have.
I was gonna say the thing about that, I feel like we've gone to such a point now that everyone tries to be the best version of themselves in their head. And the thing about it, the thing about life is there is no way, there is no way that you're going to be on the right side of justice or whatever the fuck you want to, whatever cliche you want to use. There's no way you're going to be on the right side of everything. There is no way. And people, again, people who think that, I feel like you're insane because it's just not
Yeah.
possible. It's not possible at all. And no matter what, even when you do the right thing to someone, you fuck them over, so you are wronged. Like,
Mhm.
we can take it from the like the most hoodie shit or whatever. We talked about this before, like in gangs or whatever. Gangs retaliate because this person killed my friend who's from this gang. Now it makes perfect sense for me to go kill someone from their gang because you took one of ours and I took, now I have to get back and everything. However, the middle ground of like you guys are killing people just doesn't compute. It's like
Right.
no, they did something bad and I have to do something bad. And I've had this conversation with so many people either in that life or who have been a part of it formerly, and they just are like, "Yep, like
Makes
don't blink,
sense.
they don't bat an eye, right?"
Yeah.
But then I say like, "All right, so let's just say during that situation, or later on, you find out that the person that you killed is actually not even in the game. It was like mistaken identity or whatever, and they're just like, man, I'd really feel hurt. Like, damn, I didn't want to do that. And it was like, but you didn't think about that before you killed the dude who was actually in it. I'm like, how does that?
Right. No,
How did
like thought in your head was like, maybe I could be wrong.
right? Or like just like I'm killing somebody. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like that doesn't cross your mind at all. And I feel like we all can do that. We all can do that with any situation or any point. We can literally be like, you know what? I'm right because of XYZ. And whatever happens afterwards, no one can tell me I'm wrong or tell me differently because XYZ happened. And as long as
Yeah.
that happened, that means that this response is valid for me.
Right. I want to paint another situation too. Let's say, a lot of shit's been happening like this in America for a while now. Mass shootings, right?
Right.
Let's say the mass shooter's going around mass shooting people, and then someone is able to take them out. Like
Right.
they kill them while they're mass shooting people. Now, like that person's family is gonna like to like the majority of the world, that person that took out the mass shooter is like a hero. It's like, oh,
Right.
you stopped more deaths from happening, right? But that person has like a family, or like maybe has a kid or something. That kid isn't gonna look at that person as a hero. Like that person now is like the enemy
Right.
and a villain, right? There's those two cliches. The fucking one that every hero, if they live long enough, they start to become the villain or something like
Right.
that. And then there's the like every villain thinks they're the hero of their story
Right.
kind of shit. So villains don't exist in everybody's mind. It's just perception. No one thinks themselves as the villain kind of shit.
Right.
So yeah, it's just complicated, man. It's just if you yeah, it's like if you could just forgive, I guess, when shit
Yeah.
like that happens, it's just like I don't know, to
Uh,
stop the cycle. But it's a hard thing to
forgiveness.
do.
Forgiveness is one of the hardest. I feel like traits that a person. I feel like once you get to true. I don't know if you call it enlightenment or true. Like, if you're really centered with yourself, I feel like you can forgive whatever. And I've seen people who have gotten to that point, and I'm always like, nah, like I couldn't just like some of that shit I just can't do. Like,
Right.
and however, for them, it shows me that it's like they're on another level spiritually and like mentally where it's like this situation happened. However, I can forgive this person because I understand the mindset. And a lot of us, we try to understand people's mindsets and everything, and we do a podcast and we try to do the same thing. However, at the end of the day, I always try to take it as like, all right, if that shit happened to us though, I'm not trying to understand shit about shit. Like
No.
at all. So again, that's being honest with myself. It's like I know some bad shit would happen if fucking the shooter dude had shot like my family member or whatever. It's like I don't
Right.
want that get back. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, no, I would let the authorities. Fuck all that. Like,
Right.
but again, being honest with myself, also I would know that all right, be smart about it because consequences will come if the shit goes bad. Right? You know
Right.
what I mean? So it's like everyone is going to look at every situation in their life completely different based on how either they were raised or how they feel like they perceive themselves.
Right. But at the very least, I wish more people would do what you just did. Like you think it through, and then at least it's a start. Because with the whole like you're being honest with yourself, saying you couldn't forgive someone for this or
Right.
that. At least in your head, there's like a possibility in the future that you
Yeah.
could,
You
like get to that point.
you started the conversation at least.
Exactly. And then like, because people that don't even start, it's just like, yeah, they're just gonna keep the cycle going.
Right.
Violence is like a cycle of violence going. And again, being honest with yourself, it may not be, again, like you just said, like you're not painting the best picture of yourself, but you're being honest, and eventually you will get to that point if you keep doing it, and you just shit lines up.
Right.
Fuck, I was gonna say something, but I can't remember. Damn it. Okay. Yeah. Tell me if my version of forgiveness is what you were saying, like all this stuff. So let's say I forgive somebody and
Mhm.
everything, but I never want to like see them or like in any sense fuck with them ever again. Is that true forgiveness?
No. I think it's forgiveness for yourself because you can live now with yourself being like, what this person did to me, that was fucked up. I understand it now. I live with it. However, I can no longer, deal with this person anymore or whatever. That's fine. The thing that's wrong with it and why I say no is because true forgiveness, and if we're going off of if you want to go biblical times, if you want to go fucking what they say in the dictionary and all that bullshit, true forgiveness is literally this person can do whatever to me, but I can sit in a room with them and be perfectly fine. I feel nothing towards them. If they're laughing, I'm laughing. If they're angry, I feel for them. Why are you angry? Right? And that's why so many people try to I'm gonna go biblical. They try to like have this God complex or be like, no, I know right from wrong and blah blah blah. And it's like if you really want to get down to what that means, it's like God, the whole idea of like only God can judge me, it's actually some bullshit. Because God don't judge you. Like if you really want to
That's
like
true.
go deep, God does not judge you. What he does is, hey, you did this, repent, atone for it, whatever, and then we can have a conversation about it. If you don't, you're gonna have to deal with that. Not me, because you're my child. I knew this was gonna happen, but you're gonna have to deal with it for the rest of your life, and it's gonna fuck with you for the rest of your life. That's why you should probably atone for it or whatever you want to say. But the whole idea of and again, it's a great song, love Tupac and everything, but the idea of only God can judge me at the end of the day, some bullshit. And it's some
It's a cop
absolute
out for some
bullshit.
bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah, like God will not judge you. Being the better person is living in that God like form where you're like, you know what, even though this happened, I'm going to walk away. I'm going to walk away, and if I see that person again, I'll help them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But see, with that being said, you're not wrong for feeling how you feel.
Right.
Or choosing to go about it your way. It's just that it's not what has been given to us. Like this is
That
true,
true enlightenment thing.
right?
That true enlightenment thing. Yeah, because I could not, man. Like I could forgive someone for them doing like really fucked up shit, but if I had to be around them, I'd be like, nah, like I don't want. It doesn't like I don't feel good being around them. Like I don't want to
Right,
like I don't want to laugh with them. I don't want to do this. I don't want to feel bad for them. I don't want to have any kind of empathy for them. I
right,
don't want them like if they came to me for some help, I'm straight up saying like, nah. And it could be like the most dire shit. I'd be like, nah.
right. And
It's just But that's where I'm at in that stage of whatever, I guess,
Yeah,
enlightenment you could say.
but that's again, I feel like that's literally 99% of the world. Like I don't know too many people who are straight up like uh we actually we talked about it. I feel like we had the same conversation with you remember Botham Jean when he was murdered by Amanda, or I think her name was either Amanda or Amy. It was the white lady cop who went to
Yeah.
his house and shot him and everything like that. We had talked about how even though we were angry at his brother for doing what he did, that kid is the definition of true forgiveness and enlightenment. And we hated it. We could not sit there and watch that shit because that was some bullshit. But
Mm-hmm.
that kid is exactly what I'm talking about. When you know this person wrongfully killed your brother, he is no longer here. But you can literally, before they get sentenced, go, you know what? I forgive you. Let me give you a hug because what you're about to go through, I don't want to wish on anybody else and everything like that. That is another level of just enlightenment, forgiveness that a lot of people will never reach.
Yeah.
It's just again being honest with yourself. We can sit here and you can go on Instagram and Twitter and be like, I feel like that I can forgive anybody if blah blah blah. I'm like, no, the fuck you can't. Because in
Nah.
that situation, if I gave you that situation, you're going to be like, fuck this person.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. Yeah. Not much people could do. I mean, I guess the main point for this is at the very least, start the conversation with yourself.
right,
Have those questions and then go about it how you truly feel. Like, don't force yourself to be like this true enlightenment thing because that's not going to work out. It's going to have a major backlash effect.
right,
So go about it your true feeling way, but just start the conversation and maybe eventually you'll get to the point of true forgiveness and enlightenment like that brother did.
right.
But um, yeah, man, just work towards being better. Like just because you keep like you've made the mistake doesn't mean you have to keep making the
Yeah, you
mistake.
have to keep doing it.
Yeah, because it's just nothing's ever going to change for you if that's the way you're going to go about it.
Right.
But yeah, let us know what you think on those subjects. Tell us we're completely wrong. Tell us we're full of shit. Tell us we're right. We're geniuses. I prefer the latter. But you go with your feelings on it.